All right, that's better. That's better. Now you can actually hear me. Okay, welcome. Welcome back to another episode, another session, if you will, of Three Crowns. Now, last time we had an interesting session. The party began their preparation for the task that lies ahead of them, which was traveling through the Hellgate in order to be able to close it from the other side. And that included, in their prep work, meeting back up again with some of the other NPCs that they had met along the way, including a scholar named Pavlova, who they had known from quite a while ago in the first season of this campaign. And also rendezvousing with the other Knight of the Red, Runica, back at the church in Tradewater. But while in Tradewater, preparing to eventually make their way back to the caves beneath the countryside where the Hellgate is located, the party also wanted to check in on the witch Wyla, who, when last they'd seen her, was suffering some ill effects from the infernal energy in the area. And so now checking in on her, last time they realized that she had, when they had asked her to read another fortune for them, she had allowed in the voices she'd been hearing, and she had been sort of half possessed, strong enough to resist being fully possessed and losing control of her body, but not strong enough to fight it off entirely. Wyla had been half possessed and had one red eye and one horn sprouted from her forehead. The party, Ruva and Kaj attempted to assist Runica, or assist Wyla by using Runica as an additional aid in helping with an exorcism, but they quickly realized that they had no chance of purging this demon with an active Hellgate pouring infernal energy into the area around them. But Kaj was offered an alternative that he could cure Wyla immediately. All he had to do was accept that demonic entity into himself instead. But Kaj, probably wisely, decided to turn down that deal. And so Wyla is still half possessed. The Hellgate is still open and pouring demons and infernal energy out into the land. And the party now has to solve that problem. And that's where we return. Demon Kaj would have been fun. Yeah, would have been interesting, that's for sure. Sorry about that. When I swapped scenes, I forgot that these are technically two different mic sources. So you couldn't hear me for a second, but you can now. All right. So, let me double check something actually. One second. Something's up. All right, well, that's not being solved anytime soon, so I'll fix that later. I'm not gonna delay anymore. Thought it might be quick to fix, but it's not. All right, I'll go figure it out after. So, as the three of you, well, Kaj, Ruva, and Runica, alongside, agree to return later and help Wyla after. You depart from the Witch's Tower on the east side of town. And what is your destination?
I would
guess we're
say,
probably just going back to where everybody was, yeah.
yep.
Very well. So I believe I had everybody in the square. Because there's more room there. All right. Did you get moved off screen? So the three of you return from the Witch's Tower to find the others, as long as everybody else didn't do something different, to find the others where you left them.
Gosh,
Let's sit down against his house. Yeah.
I think maybe we should tell Tibbs and Gail.
Yeah, we can tell them when they're not with children or on a date.
Yeah.
So while the others were gone, what were you two up to, Gail and Tibbs?
You want to go first, buddy?
Nah, you seem head over heels.
Yeah, so we're going around. I'm just showing her some of the shops. We're getting some of the things we couldn't collect from the forest. I show her this stand that has some food, and we're just snacking right now.
Very well. Yeah, you find kind of like the streets are fairly empty, but there are like a couple people who are still trying to. Well, they got to get by, and so there are still some vendors out trying to sell stuff, and they're very grateful for you to browse the merchandise on a day like this. And so as you kind of return back to the square to join the others, Tibbs, was there anything in particular you were doing differently than what you said before?
Tibbs is basically Gordon Ramsay right now. Anytime he sees the kids doing like workouts, he's like, "Oh, you're doing great! Like, keep going. It, your form keeps a little work, but you're fine." And then we'll see Joseph. How'd you even make it as a guard, stupid? Put some better form on.
He just kind of chuckles and laughs because he's got quite a few years of seniority on you.
Yeah, no. And he's basically going from that, so back to the kids, and just back and forth.
All right. So Gail and Tibbs, you guys spend your time doing that, but as you all kind of return to the square, you see Ruva and Kaj and Runica return. You can notice that Runica's kind of like focused on her hand. She's taken some cloth bandages from a satchel that she carries, and she's wrapping her hand.
Oh, hey guys. Everything okay?
Mhm.
We'll talk about it later, okay? Riva's gonna say with a smile.
All right.
Are you
Petty
having fun?
soldiers. Think I've
Mm-hmm.
worked them enough.
I'm just eating some bread with cheese on it. It's pretty good.
Did you spend your money on it again this time?
Mm-hmm.
All of it?
No.
Sorry,
Not the cheese.
it sounds good. Don't let me pocket watch in front of your girlfriend.
Mhm.
What happened?
Um, we kind of talked to Wyla.
I'd hope
Remember?
so.
And she's not doing very well right now.
What do you mean?
She's half possessed by some sort of very powerful demonic force, and we can't help her until we close the gate.
How did that happen?
When we went to get Veronica's uh her her fortune the last time, her eye turned red and it didn't work, and I guess it it came through then and is still trying to come through.
Wait, so her eye turned red last time and you left her?
We checked on her. We checked
And what
on
does
her
half
and
possessed mean?
she's hanging on. She hasn't let it happen yet, but it's too strong to be banished. I don't know how it works. It's light or holy magic, and I have no idea.
Well, how do we fix it?
We can't until the gate is closed, and then hopefully that will stop empowering the demonic force, and then we can banish it.
Well, then why are we sitting here? Let's go.
I mean, I'm all for that, e- except that didn't we say we were gonna go to the next day? Or is it the next day? I didn't really sleep much.
Well, I'm not about to let Wyla get taken.
Obviously not. It's my fault, anyways.
So then let's go fix it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not me that's the one that we're waiting on. We're waiting on the ritual. River glances over to Gale.
Runica hears you as well, and she just kind of goes, "Right, in all the excitement, I'd forgotten. We can do that when you're ready." Now she sort of finished bandaging her hand up.
All right. Well, I'm ready.
Let's go.
back to the church then.
That's where everything is, right?
She nods.
Onward!
All right. So, you make your way the short walk down the street to the interior of the church. I forget who we left here, so we'll just delete who we need to. Wow. Big Ruva. Not expecting that.
No one
Yeah.
ever expects Big Ruva. That's why they're
Well,
so tiny.
That's basically everything we needed anyway. Alright, you want a sunrise here? She can stay.
You know he does.
I figured.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't have to.
Oh my god.
Didn't say no.
I was eating, bro.
All right. Yeah. So you make your way off the streets and into the seclusion of the church. Runica makes her way around back into the hidden chamber to gather her supplies, the things that you left with her, as well as the stuff that she needs, and the rest of you can just kind of, well, go wherever you want.
Ruva's gonna guard the door and make sure none of the children come back.
Fair enough.
Tibbs is just pacing.
All right. Runica soon returns with the supplies, and she's joined by Pavlova, who couldn't resist learning something new.
Fair enough.
Pavlova makes her way over to you, Tibbs, and goes, "Why are you pacing? Is this part of the ritual?"
Impatient.
Oh, okay, I understand. And Runica makes her way over to you, Gil. And she's got the supplies that she had before, that leather wrapped parcel that she slowly unrolls to reveal her sort of half calligraphy supplies, half tattoo needles. Are you prepared then?
Sure. No time like the present.
Very well. So once more, you have to remove any armor that you're wearing, because she needs to make more cauteries.
All right. Takes off his armor and removes his shirt or whatever he needs to.
And you can see that same little vial where you've given Runica the demon blood, and she begins to work again. Once more, it's painful, and you feel that same kind of burning spread through your veins as the existing cauteries, those kind of soft red scar marks that trace along your body, begin to spread outwards to become more elaborate. And the pain gets sort of worse and worse, but a part of the ritual is to grin and bear it, and so you do your best to ignore it.
Yeah, Gale for
And
sure would try to grit his teeth. Try not to show, especially with sunrise around.
yeah, so you do your best to kind of ward off the pain in your mind, and as the pain sort of reaches its worst point, you hear Runica's voice as your eyes are closed, and she says, "And the item that you wish to empower."
I summon the sword. Not really saying anything, just holding it up.
Very well, yeah. You summon your sword, Shadowheart, that is sort of a shadowy black color as you summon it, and the ritual continues. But Gale, your eyes are closed, but the others, you can see this as the ritual continues through the shadowy black form of this blade. You can see just like a thin vein of bright red spread all the way down to the tip of the blade. And then, Gale, all at once the pain just releases and leaves you with this sort of dull, burning, stinging feeling across your body where the new cauteries have spread. And as the worst of the pain subsides, and that familiar sort of ache returns, you open your eyes to look down at your blade, which has sort of changed. That sort of vague, shadowy edge that it used to have has been sort of hardened and sharpened, and through the center of the dark black blade runs this glowing red vein.
Well. mm, Okay. Well, I guess I'm ready.
Yeah, Runica reaches out a hand to assist you and says, "Stand, Brother Gale."
Mm, Thanks, sister.
And she kind of looks down to sort of inspect the blade herself, and she says, "I've never seen anything quite like that before."
Yeah, it's it's from a friend.
I
Is it-
see. Well, it looks rare to say the least, so treasure it and keep it safe.
I. All right. What's next, guys?
Yeah, you turn towards the others. You can see Pavlova is like just furiously writing notes in her notebook about what she's witnessed. But what are the rest of you doing?
Are you stronger?
I mean, if it's anything like before, yes. It definitely hurts and harder to tell what I did. But I think so.
Well, are we going then?
We need to know whether or not Runica knows how to keep the place open.
Well, actually, I might be able to help with that. But like I said, I will need to see the Hellgate myself. Pavlova chimes in.
Okay, then I mean I guess we should just go now.
Should we look for some supplies first before we go?
What kind of supplies?
Armor, just his, your weapon is probably fine. Potions, stuff like that.
I mean, I would love some better armor, but I don't think we'll find any here.
I don't feel like shopping.
Alright, let's go then.
True, you did arrest the blacksmith. So you depart from the church with your group in tow and make your way back to the town square where everybody's waiting. I just have to grab Pavlova. Now you can tell me your plans, because I don't know who you wanted to bring with you versus not.
Anyone
Runica's.
who can or wants to fight.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought Runica was going to go and Pavlova's gonna. Wait, how far away is Merkling Depths again?
Last time you traveled, it's about an hour or a bit more, depending on just kind of how quickly you find it. But you've been there and back a couple times, so it won't take you that long. So I'd say about an hour's trip.
Okay. I think it might be safer if Pavlova stayed here.
He has to see the portal.
Yeah, but we could clear it out and then bring her in. That way we're not also
Okay.
trying to protect her while
It's gonna take so
we're-
much time. If we're trying to be quickly, we need to just go now.
Okay.
I can stay behind you all, and I won't get in the way, I promise. Finlay notices that you guys are sort of planning for the trip, and he kind of walks up to you guys and says, "I'd like to go too."
You know this is dangerous, right?
Well, yes, I imagine so, but I've a lot to make up for.
But you can't do if you're dead.
I know, but I don't think I could live with myself if I didn't go along with you.
You
Okay.
can come, but you're not fighting for anything. You're fighting because it's right.
Can you guard Pavlova?
Oh, all right. Sure, I can do that. I'm not a fool. I'm aware that I'm not the most powerful warrior here, but I'd like to help in any way I can.
You
I
need
think-
armor.
Well, I'll manage with what I have, but if you've anything to spare, I'll take it.
I'll
Well,
hand over his chainmail.
okay. Because Ruva's just like, I guess we could just. Can we just go into the blacksmith shop really quickly and see if they have things so that the people who are helping and stuff, they aren't just with pitchforks and whatnot. They can just hit the armory and come help.
He kind of turns to look over towards the blacksmith. Well, I think the blacksmith was... He kind of looks around and sees that it's empty. I think he was with the...
Oh, no, I know. I mean break in.
Oh, right. Well, I suppose you would have to break in then, yes. But I don't imagine that he's using any of it.
River's just gonna
So he's got like a forge that's
pick the
cold,
lock and-
a forge that's cold on the outside, and these supplies are not here. I didn't make a different version of the map, but he's got everything kind of packed away. But you make your way over to the door, and it is indeed locked. So yeah, you pull out your thieves' tools and begin to fiddle with the lock. It's a decently like robust, non-magical lock, but it doesn't take you long before you're able to pick it. And so you hear the click from the door and swing it open.
Yeah.
You
River's
make your
just
way
gonna be
into like sort of a dusty and dark storefront where you can see that a lot of the stuff seems to be a bit picked over. Again, the blacksmith was clearly forging sort of for the army. And so a lot of the stuff would be back with the army. But there's still some kind of leftover supply. None of it looks particularly fine or robust or powerful, but there's enough to kind of supply whatever you need to supply. So long as it's like standard mundane like starting equipment stuff, you can get whatever you need.
Is studded leather a starting supply thing?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. River's gonna grab some studded leather.
All right, yeah, it takes you a little bit to kind of rifle around through some things, but you shift some old crates and kind of have to pry up the nails that close them with your dagger. But as you kind of split one of the old kind of half rotted wood crates open, you shift through it and pull out some studded leather armor.
Would there be some hide in there?
That'd be a little bit harder to find, just because of the general intent that this blacksmith was working with when he was working for an army. So I'm gonna have you make a investigation check. All right. Well, with a 17, you find it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so, yeah, Kaz, you join Ruva in the blacksmith's abandoned shop, and you begin to rifle around through the things. And eventually you kind of find it like tucked away under a bunch of shelves. It sort of just kind of got like almost kicked there. Clearly no one was buying it. And so it's just kind of been tucked away and left to gather dust and cobwebs. But you brush all that off. And well, since it hasn't been sold or worn, it seems to be in pretty decent condition except for the dust.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm like moving the stuff around with my staff, like all the metal, just trying not to touch any of it.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
the two of you find some supplies.
River's gonna grab a couple more daggers and then just walk out.
Yeah, you refresh your quiver of arrows and everything, and you grab a couple of daggers and sort of stock up on everything you might need.
She's gonna give some daggers to Finn and be like, better than the shiv you have.
Yeah, he takes it out and he kind of looks at it and goes, "You're probably right about that." And so he'll take the daggers instead.
Who's gonna watch the children while we're gone? Since Pavlova's coming with us.
Gray steps forward and says, "I can watch over them. They can stay at the church with me until you return."
Okay. Thank you, Gray.
He nods. I don't imagine we'll be in any more danger now that the Revolutionary Army's not kicking up a fuss in town, so should be safe at the church now.
Should we find Connell and the others and get going?
Yup.
We'll just stay on this map just for the sake of it. But yeah, you spend some time and you quickly look around town for Connell, who's just been kind of checking in on people. You can see him kind of going door to door and checking in on townspeople to make sure that everybody's okay. And with him, you can see his little retinue of soldiers. He catches sight of you guys approaching and calls his soldiers back over. And says, "Are we ready to depart then?"
Yes.
It's time.
Very well. No time like the present then.
Let's get going.
All right, I'm assuming you want. Do you want Sunrise with you? Nobody mentioned anything, but I assume probably.
Is that a real question?
and Sir Joseph and what's her name?
Riley?
Riley.
Yep. All right. Wow, perfect. All right. That makes things very easy for me. So with your larger party gathered, you bid one last goodbye to the kids and watch as they're sort of escorted by Gray back towards the church, and then make your way north towards the road that leads out of town. And then you fork off to the east and make your way out into the forest. Now, you guys have been back and forth between Merkling Depths a few times, so you're familiar with the area, so I won't make you make any rolls to get there. And and
What kind of bullshit are we walking into?
well, I guess what's your destination? You're making your way back to the well?
Yep. That's the only way we know how to get in.
Very well.
I mean, we know of the other place, like, vaguely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You do know that there's like another sort of exit that exists, so you could spend some time to hunt around for that entrance if you wanted to, or you could just go back to the well.
River's going to the well.
Very well.
Well, it is.
I mean, you could split up the party, make it a pincer move.
Yeah, let's
Or
do it.
we could just leave you by yourself.
Yeah,
One person party split.
yeah. Let's do it.
All right, let's see what I left here. It's
You
probably
would
the
survive
wrong group.
2
But
minutes.
get rid of that
I
group.
am a stealthy boy.
All right. So as you begin to draw closer to Merkling Depths, you can feel it in the air. There is a sort of sense of unease that kind of almost buzzes around you. Gale, the closer you get, the stronger the smell of rust begins to fill your nostrils. And so you can almost, like a bloodhound, lead the party right back to the well. But as you kind of grow closer and closer, you can see that there is sort of this strange orange tinge to the air. And when you finally glimpse the clearing where the well is located, you can see that there are still these flames that are burning, and they don't appear to be using any fuel to burn. Even the stones themselves are just on fire. The air is sort of acrid, hot, and heavy as you make your way into the clearing.
Any plans?
Tibber, you glimpse down into the well, and you can just kind of feel like heat radiating up from it, almost kind of like burning at your eyebrows as you look.
Well, we have to clear out the whole place, so oh, right.
Okay. I don't go down or start going down.
Can you make a perception check for me, Tibbs? As you kind of lean over.
I aren't great at these. Got 12.
All right. Yeah, you kind of lean over the well once more and have that wave of heat hit you. But you kind of gaze towards the bottom of the well. Far down there, you can see that kind of orange glowing light, but as you kind of focus in a little bit, it doesn't look like there's fire at the bottom, but there is a lot of heat radiating out of it, so it's a little hard to tell. Do you continue?
Let's see. Yeah, sure.
All right, with a 12 on your wisdom roll that you just rolled, you decide to continue, so you kind of heave your leg over and begin to climb down the ladder. All right. So you get kind of most of the way down the ladder, about 2/3, and the heat is kind of swelling around you, kind of baking you in your armor. But as you kind of are getting closer to the bottom, you can see that there definitely isn't like a direct flame right at the bottom, and so it should be safe to reach the bottom. But can you make let's just roll straight dex. Actually, let's make it a dex save.
Yep, that was bound to happen.
All right. With a 4 for your dex save, your foot just goes right through one of the ladder rungs, and it just sort of snaps, and you drop the rest of the way. Trying to like to grab with your hands, but just kind of getting splinters all the way down, and so you land heavy at the bottom, and you're gonna take 8 bludgeoning as you land hard.
Oh.
And then you kind of dust yourself off and pull yourself back up again.
It's
You alright,
safe.
Tibbs?
Yeah, it's safe.
Alright, we next.
Yeah, Ruva's gonna follow.
Oh, please
Very
go
well.
first.
Oh, okay. Ruva's gonna go. I thought she was gonna follow Gale, but she can go first.
No, I want to see you go first.
Okay, yeah, no, Ruva's there.
All right. So Tibbs, you're at the bottom, and you can hear somebody coming down after you. So let me just bring you guys over quickly to the other map. You're not coming yet, so neither are you. So we'll just move everybody over. So yeah, Tibbs, you reach the bottom and you look around. You can see those kind of glowing veins still in the stone around you. And then you hear the sound of creaking wood and look up to see that Ruva's descending the ladder after you. Do you say anything?
Watch out for the one rung. Kind of
yeah.
broke it.
As you're climbing down the well, Ruva, you hear that echoing warning up from down below you.
Oh, what? Okay.
With that
She's
warning,
in-
with that warning, Ruva, as you kind of continue down, you get about 2/3 of the way down, and then you feel your foot just kind of miss a rung, and you assume that's what Tibbs must be referring to.
I guess she's gonna. Wait, how far down is it?
Well, you're about 2/3 of the way. It's about maybe like a 15-ish foot drop, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, she's just gonna tie a rope around a rung, or like around the ladder thing.
Yeah.
Like, and then drop down on the rope.
All right, yeah, Tibbs, you see a rope fall down, and then Ruva shortly after. And Ruva, you land in the stone cavern.
Thanks.
Bit hot down here.
Yeah.
And so, Gale and Kaji, you guys following as well?
Yup.
All right. Any warnings for them, or?
No, you would have just assumed they heard.
All right. So then, yeah, you do eventually feel that same thing, Gale, where your foot just goes right through a rung where there should have been one.
And there's a rope.
Immediately grabs the rope.
Yeah, you hear that echo up from below, and then you do indeed notice that there's a rope tied around the ladder right near your head, and so you grab onto that and rappel the rest of the way instead.
Thanks.
And you join the others.
Oh, I like this. No, put her back. Make her small again.
Just like slightly shorter than everybody else. So Kaji follows suit down the ladder, and provided that everybody gives the same warnings, you notice the rope as well.
Yep, grab the rope.
And you rappel down. And so one by one, the others will begin to join you. And so you guys kind of step back to look at the cavern and to give them a bit of room. And so after a short while, where each of them kind of, you called up a warning for the first one, and then they wait at the bottom and they call it up. And so there's a whole kind of chain of people climbing down, where each of them warns the person after them about the missing rung and the rope. And so a short while later, everybody arrives at the bottom, and you're little retinues ready. Now, you wanted Pavlova to wait outside, right, with Finland?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to leave anybody else with them, or just the two of them?
Reg.
All right, done.
Man,
So with
if
your
only we had Samwise here.
so with your retinue ready at the bottom, what do you do?
Go
You
forward.
know, the basic formation, protect the healer, front line and front. If you need help, scream. It's not like a death scream, though. That'd be not as cool.
Gosh, you don't need to slouch so much. You're about my height.
Mm,
Have you figured out how to not do fire against the fire beings yet?
no, I think that's going to be kind of in the moment. We'll
That's
figure it out.
reassuring. All right,
That's how we do everything.
fair enough.
Facts.
Yeah, we've been winging it. So I say we go right and then keep going, taking rights and stuff. And then eventually we will be out in the big area and then everything will be clear.
What? What are you talking about? Did you forget what this place is like? You just go
You have to go
straight,
straight.
right.
No,
Go up that way.
River wants
This
to
way.
clear it out so
We
that
have
there's
to
nothing
clear-
going on with when we leave.
Yeah,
we
but
have to clear it.
what if nothing's here? Then it's a big old waste of time.
And if something is there and we don't clear it, fine, I'll go check. Jeez.
Here, I'll go check down. You go check up.
No, I'm checking down.
I'm
There's
already
gonna be
here.
something up.
You're too slow. Yeah, let's go check
Right.
it.
Children. Thought we left them back.
I think Pablo was older than us.
Yeah, but it's like cat years.
Oh,
Isn't? Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys make your way to the. I believe you're going to the prisons.
Yep.
And so you take kind of a quick look down this cavern to look for any creatures that might be lurking in the darkness. And you kind of quickly scan across these prison cells that once held the children that you freed. And you kind of quickly make your way down to check the cells, to look around. And you notice that there were veins sort of all across the areas where the cells were. And the whole area just kind of emanates this almost unbearable heat. But you look for anything moving or living and you don't find it.
told
Okay,
you.
cool. It's clear. Now we know for sure.
Not cool. It's hot as hell.
It is
Get it.
toasty.
Hot as hell.
So with that area cleared, you make your way back to the crossroads to rendezvous with the others.
It's clear.
Oh, that's suspicious.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna ignore the other way?
Constantly take rights.
But
And
this
then
is
you-
direct away.
Can I call City here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Besides, you can't clear that place. It's a literal way to go outside. Something can just come in.
I'm gonna have City just go check that while we're walking over here, just in case.
All right. Yeah, you have a city fly down. down that path. And I don't know if there's any like is there any magical thing that lets you see through him?
No, I'm just kind of telling him to go over there and like come back and
You've got enough of a
Frantically.
yeah, you've got enough of a connection with him that you can kind of understand. So I'll just show you.
oh, we can't. Understood. Yeah, guys, just stuff over there. Like a good amount of stuff.
Well,
Thank you.
apparently we can't clear it out, so let's just keep going.
Yup.
Why can't we clear it out?
I mean, you
Ah,
can if you want,
Scruva.
Because
can
it
if you
is a
want.
door.
but it's a door, so something could come in afterwards.
Yeah, I don't like that.
As you're discussing that, Connell kind of pipes up and says, well, you may have a point there. We don't know what amount of creatures roam this forest here. We managed to avoid them because you lot knew the way, but there could be, well, an untold amount of those monsters we saw before lurking the area around Merkling Depths. Perhaps if they've not noticed us yet, it's better to keep it that way.
Alright.
By inviting conflict over there, we could, well, summon the rest of the horde to us.
Kind of a fan of conflict, though.
Good, because we're probably going to be in some in a moment.
Well, I'll leave the final choice to yours, but as a tactician, that's my recommendation.
I think your tactics sound perfectly logical to me, Rubicus.
Brown nose.
It's exactly what I said, and you guys just didn't listen to me.
I don't know, bro. It's
Because you don't have an eye
right now.
patch.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Eye patch just projects trustworthiness.
What?
You know he knows what he's talking about when he's got an eye patch.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, trustworthiness. I don't know if I ever trust someone with an eye patch more than I would trust someone without one. Like,
Man's got experience if he's missing an eye.
Or stupidity.
Say, to be fair, his tacticianship did kind of get left behind already, so it's either too smart or not smart enough. We'll find out.
All right, so you continue onward further into Merkling Depths. Yeah, trustworthiness in combat, maybe not in depth perception.
reminds me of like my favorite Futurama joke. Where they're supposed to like, where the Cyclopses are supposed to be like, oh, there's a missile coming to wipe out our planet. Either gonna be here in like, I don't know, a million years, and then it hits immediately. I don't know why it makes me laugh.
So as you make your way deeper into Merkling Depths, you make your way back to the sort of makeshift bunkhouse that they'd built within the caves for the bandit group to rest. And as you kind of make your way back out into this chamber, you can see the floor still kind of littered with corpses that you all left here on your last trip through. But in the gloom of the darkness, as you make your way into this chamber, you can actually see something moving in the shadows.
All right, where are we going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you and me.
The hell is that thing?
As you make your way deeper into this chamber, you can see a little bit better what is moving in the shadows. You can see a creature that seems to be malformed in the darkness. At first, it vaguely resembles a man that at first you sort of thought was perhaps like kneeling on the ground. But as you get a little bit closer, Tibbs, you can see that actually it's more like a misshapen man from the torso up, but everything below that is more like a puddle of flesh.
Ew. He'll draw his sword.
Ruva's gonna east over.
You think it's hostile?
I say we kill it.
Doesn't appear to be facing you, Tibber. It's just kind of bent double over one of the old corpses and is gnawing on bone.
Hey,
Ruva's gonna shoot it.
Just leave it alone.
As you say, hey, it kind of like lifts its head a little bit and turns to face you, and you get a better look at it. And then immediately Ruva looses an arrow and well, I guess roll to hit it.
Oh,
You are shooting an arrow.
yeah. It's gonna 17.
All right, yeah, with a 17, your arrow pierces it, kind of right in the chest as it turns around, and then it just kind of like slumps down into the puddle of flesh and just kind of lies there, almost like slime.
Ew. Oh,
well, it doesn't seem to be aggressive.
You watch it for another moment, and then you begin to hear kind of like a gurgling, and it just sort of lifts its head slowly back up and then just continues to gnaw on the bone.
ew. Gross.
Yeah, let's go past.
You really think we should? What if they gang up?
Do you want to deal with
Then-
this crap?
I'll
Seriously?
cut them.
Okay. I'm gonna check over here
Why would you do that?
because we have to clear this place out.
All right. Yeah, Ruva, you make your way.
Oh,
Along.
she's stealthily do this.
All right, yeah, just roll a stealth then.
Uh-oh. 23.
All right. Yeah, you sneak your way along that passageway. Let me double check something. Oh yeah, I remember.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you stealth your way along that passageway and along the tunnel to eventually arrive at a much more open cavern. And as you kind of
Oh,
reach the mouth of the cavern and kind of look around, you can see glowing brightly in the distance is this sort of crack in the in the stone that's just kind of pouring out that red unholy energy.
Hmm.
It's sort of a cave kind of within a cave, the far end here, and it's just kind of filled with that acrid smoke. But scattered around it in the room, you can see like wooden boards that have been kind of burnt and torn off and thrown to the side. You can see piles of bones and corpses in the corner.
Hmm. River's gonna leave.
Yeah, you slip back down the passageway to regroup. You rejoin the others, and you continue around the bunkhouse, kind of stepping over bodies and past another one of those misshapen flesh creatures. And you make your way, Ruva, you make your way along this side of the chamber around the half burned up supplies, and you have to sort of step over the corpse of that massive creature that you fought last time you were here. But Ruva, you actually noticed something since you're stepping over it. This massive creature, it's still dead and cold. But you notice that one of its antlers has been sawn off.
Hmm.
It's a clean cut. Didn't just break off.
River's gonna quick take a knife and like hit it once against the antler to see how hard it is to saw off.
It's quite hard. It feels like stone.
That's not good. Someone's been here.
Well, we'll figure that out after. Unless they're already in there.
As you guys kind of like make your way along, you do kind of see a pause from some of the others. And Connell, who's been here before, says, "What of that path?" And he points to the far side. We didn't explore that last time, did we?
No, that one comes after this.
Very well. So you make your way back along that tunnel there. It's kind of a narrower tunnel, and you have to kind of shrink down the retinue to walk single file. And every map turned off its black background, so I have to go add it all back.
No.
So eventually, as you travel, you reach that stone wall and doorway at the end of the end of the tunnel. Damn it! All right, hang on. You're all standing over there. You guys can go here. They're behind you.
Oh.
So you reach that stone door and find it ajar.
Sorry.
I will walk up and open it fully.
Yeah, you open it and you can see in the chamber beyond the glow of that ritual circle and the hellgate that it surrounds. It's almost kind of crackling with energy as you look at it. It's sort of almost like a haze of heat in the air. But standing silhouetted in the bright red light are three sort of metallic looking figures. They stand
Oh.
tall and carry great swords each.
These ones don't look friendly.
Oh, they're still here.
At first, as you walked into the chamber, Tibbs, they looked like almost like metal statues. But as soon as you walk a little further in, they begin to move. You see first the head turn, and then with a metallic grinding, they turn to face you, weapons drawn at the ready.
Why does
Oh.
it feel like two are missing?
Roll initiative.
Bug. Oh.
Hey, let's go, baby.
All right. 2 Tibbs. 23 Ruva.
I just used up all my luck.
20 for Gil.
I'm gonna miss every single shot now.
All right. So as they begin to turn, Ruva, you're first to act.
Ruva east of us because that went down. And says we're killing these things, right? As she's loosing an arrow on that one.
Seems so.
$24,
24 hits.
9, and 4, so 13.
Damage taken.
Yeah, that's it.
Very well. The next act is going to be this American Guard.
Oh, it is already. That's cool.
Which is just going to march with kind of heavy steel boots toward Tibber.
Bring it.
It's gonna multi-attack.
Yes, sir.
First one's gonna hit. Second one's gonna miss.
Nice.
So it's going to be 11 slashing.
All right. Taken.
Which is going to bring us to Gale's turn.
Alrighty, well. They're already so kind to be right here, so we're just gonna step here. Bonus action. Hexblade's Curse.
On this one, I presume. The one right in
Yeah.
front of me.
Did we short rest? Or long rest or anything?
You guys slept for
No.
the night, right? I think you did.
No, yeah, we slept for the night and then, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I need to refresh all my spells. Okay. So yeah, so I do that and then swing. Swing. Is Shadowheart any different when I swing?
Well, those are your two swings, right?
Yep.
You missed twice,
Oh, well, wouldn't know.
so you're not quite sure if there's anything different yet.
Cool. Okay. That's for turn.
All right. Nope, wrong one. This one. Let me. They're not on the grid, are they? Yeah, I'll snap them to the grid. This one is going to far quicker than you could have imagined it. It might. It breaks into a run
Oh.
to arrive here. But that's all I can do. Which will bring us to Kaj's turn.
So first I'm going to cast a second level Bless on us 4. And then I'm going to have City fly over here and shoot some fire at this guy.
All right.
Oof.
Well, City misses.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Very well. That's going to bring us to the next Merrigan Guard, which is going to move this far, then pull a crossbow on Kaj. The crossbow looks heavy and kind of spiked with iron, and it fires. That is going to hit you with a non-natural 20. And hit you for 10 piercing as the bolt lodges into your shoulder.
Oh, I just bought this. All right, taken.
All right, that'll bring us to Tibbs' turn.
Is it alright if I roll physical too?
What's that?
Is it alright if I roll physical dice too?
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't
Are
used
we
them in a
all
while.
physical dice rolling today? I have mine right next to me.
I haven't used mine in forever, and he just
Yeah.
reminded me when he said it.
I never
uh,
have.
Yeah, I don't mind. You guys can for sure do that. It's not like I don't believe your numbers or anything.
Tibbs will say, "Everybody focus one. We'll go one by one." And then I was gonna swing twice on this one.
Mhm.
Oh, not a good start. That's a 10 to hit.
It doesn't hit. Just
And
glances right off of
a-
its heavy metal armor.
Non-natural 20 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Blow roll. 7 damage.
Very well. Damage taken.
These aren't vulnerable to cold, I take it.
Was that within there, or was that something else? The cold damage, was that added in?
No, that was just my sword, but I
That was
just
just
keep
the sword.
asking because if something's vulnerable to cold, my sword gets treated as cold damage.
Right.
So it's just 7 slashing,
Got it.
and that's all.
Then that will bring us to the rest of the group's turn. So I'll let you kind of just generally guide them. They'll move as one, just so that we don't have to do individual turns. It'll take ages. So just kind of give a general sense of what you want them to do. Do you want one of them to try to pull aggro off Ruva? Do you want them to run in and focus the same target? Do you want them to all go to this one? Just kind of give them a general tactic, and I'll have them behave like that.
Well, if they heard me, they would have heard all the same target. I didn't really point out a target, but
Yeah, but you guys can all speak out of turn. So if somebody wants to shout something specific for them to do, just give them. You can have them split up. You can just kind of give them a general order, and they'll follow.
I'll just say everybody focus the same target. We go one by one. Focus the one on me first.
Very well.
If you can't make it, focus the one on Ruvo.
All right. Yeah. Let me just all kind of snap them together. So you give that order, and you get some shouts in agreement, and so Connell's smart enough to avoid its reach, so he will maneuver around attempting to get here, and then he'll have to dash the rest of the way, so he can get to about there, but he can't do anything. And then Nina will get part of the way. You'll get Joseph in here. This guy attempts to make it past this American guard, but the American guard swipes at him and just cuts his head clean off.
Oof.
Eesh.
Dumbass.
Runica is not a part of that retinue, so she does not follow their orders. She's just going to maneuver her way around here and get about that far. She's going to stand in front of Yukash to act as meat shield, because she's in heavier armor than you are. This fellow gets about that far. Sunrise has been ordered to be healer, so she's going to remain in back and out of range, trying to avoid aggro. The only thing that they actually get off as far as damage is Nina's going to throw a dagger at this one,
Alright.
but it clangs off and misses.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that's your party's turn. They sort of reposition this turn, but next turn they'll be able to help more, which will roll us back around to Ruva.
Ruva's just gonna like she heard Tibbs's orders and just kind of like looks at each one of them and like just like sends like a really like angry thought towards them because of the bones that they found in the because they know that those bones were probably children's bones, and gonna cast Bane.
Very well. You can get all three of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the roll again? Just
It's
some type of save.
14 charisma.
All right, charisma, not their strong suit. All right. I'm just going to use this. That one's baned. And that one's baned. That one saves.
Okay, and they're gonna bonus action disengage. 3, 4, 5. And that's
well.
their turn.
All right. That will bring us to this Merrigan, who is going to multi-attack and just split them Tibbs and Gale. It's going to hit Gale. It's going to clang right off of Tibbs's shield. Or armor. I forget if you're two-handed.
I'm two-handed.
Gotcha. All right. So Gale is going to take... 14 slashing.
Ain't nothing.
Light work. For a guy like me. Aha.
That'll end his turn. Bring us right to your turn, Gale.
Alright, my turn.
Fuck him up.
Uh, 16 and 21.
All right, that's 2 hits.
Nice.
That's 8 damage and 8 damage. Oh. Plus, was it 2 for Hexblade?
Believe so. But you can double check.
Oh, plus 3 plus 3 damage to the rolls. So that's 22 total.
Big.
All right, yeah, you slash away at the creature, and as you do, you feel Shadowheart resonate in your hand, and that sort of glowing red core that it has now begins to glow a little brighter. And you sense that this creature has resistances and immunities, and Shadowheart wants to consume one of them. Wants to strip that resistance away.
Oh, okay, I'm listening.
So, you can... let me see. Let me just double check its stat block.
How did I never notice your name was the name of your sword was Shadowheart?
Oh my gosh.
As soon as the Baldur's Gate came out, I was like, oh, heh.
I totally forgot.
I did it
that his
first.
sword
I
was
did it
even
first. They
named.
copied me.
Well, technically.
I mean, it's been in beta for like 4 years.
yeah, I was gonna say
but-
technically.
It's okay. We'll give it to you.
To be fair, they copied Silver Song off me too, so.
Fair.
Just copycats.
We're
I
just
know, right?
innovators.
So Gale, you can either strip its poison immunity or its fire immunity.
Oh,
Alright.
is this like a if you land kind of thing, or does it feel like it's a one and done kind of thing?
We'll see.
Ah, fuck. Well, he'd do it anyways. Fire.
All right. Yeah. So you consume the immunity off of it, and you see Shadowheart kind of glow again, and the American Guard is no longer immune to fire.
Ooh! Hey, Kosh, hit this one.
Which one?
Trust. One in front of me. Trust. Use all the fire you want.
Wasn't that the one we were all aiming for?
Shut up. You can't hear me.
It's good to reassure
I can hear
sometimes.
you.
Is that the end of your turn, Gale?
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us to this American Guard. I was going to just reposition and just block the advance of these ones.
You fucker.
And because he didn't have to dash, he can still act, and so he's going to multi-attack split from between Nina and Joseph. Yeah, as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, it does kind of sound like that. It does kind of sound like American.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was hearing, and I'm like, the American
I
God.
keep tripping. I'm like, what the
On
fuck?
this,
I think
on this, our 9/11. Like,
Oh god.
I think I only know American because Baldur's Gate actually.
American. Okay.
Oh.
Americans halberds, so you get 90% like per playthrough.
All right, so it is going to first roll Nina, then Sir Joseph. Rolls against Nina, and then it's baned. So let's roll the bane. All right, it misses Nina because of the bane.
Let's get
Yes.
It hits Joseph regardless. Yeah, regardless. So Joseph's gonna take some damage. Nina's alright.
most underrated spell in the game.
That'll bring us to Kaj.
Alright, I can see this one from here. Am I all good?
In fact, yeah, as you kind of look at it, you can see that the sort of glowing fire in its eyes and mouth has been sort of like subsided as Gil removed it.
Thank you, Gale. Okay, I'm gonna throw some fire at it. And I'm going to have City throw some fire at it too. I used the right roll this time.
All right. Yeah, that's both are gonna hit.
Why is this
So yeah,
broken?
first you produce flame and send a fireball flying at the American Guard, which slams into his chest. And then Sooty follows up with 6 more fire damage. And so as the two of you kind of strike it in sequence, the fire kind of hits its chest, and the American Guard almost like ignores it as it happens, but then you see the fire begin to melt the front kind of breastplate that makes up its chest, and the American Guard just kind of slowly begins to collapse in on itself as the metal begins to melt.
Thank you,
Nice.
Gale.
Sure
I don't know what
thing.
you did.
Everybody on
More
the
of that,
left
though.
one now.
And that's it.
That'll bring us to this one. I was going to make it here. All right. Smarter tactician than I imagined. It's gonna see what you did, Kaz. It's gonna pivot around and come after you.
Hmm. No need for that.
It doesn't quite understand why that one died to fire, but it doesn't like it. So it's gonna just multi-attack, focus purely on you.
Alrighty.
All right, that's one hit. That's a second hit. The two hits are going to be a total of 18 slashing.
Light work.
Okay, please don't say that when anything comes up to me, please. Yeah.
And
You have
then
25 temp HP.
Light
Okay,
work.
yeah, let's
Oh,
let's
no, that's good.
be sensible here.
No bliss. Bliss is down.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, I forgot about Bliss.
Bless
Womp
goes
womp.
down. And that'll be the end of its turn, which is going to bring us to Tibbs.
He'll say, "All right, left group, you guys focus that one. We'll get this one." And he's gonna run up. I'm gonna attempt to grapple it if I can.
Very well.
So I need to make an athletics check, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Not good. 10.
Oh, you rolled it with physical death. I looked at the thing and I was like, it's not
Yeah,
working.
my fault. 10.
And I was worried it wasn't working. And I was like, oh yeah, wait, you're
Oh.
doing physical dice. Well, the American Guard got a nat 20, so it is ignoring you.
Guess what, fucker? I'm trying it again.
Alright.
21 this time.
All right, this time 18.
So that's my 2 attacks per action. Battle. Actually, fuck it. Let's action surge. I'm going to attempt to knock this prone. So using the shove action. So I need to make an athletics check. Same thing. Target's athletic or out. Whatever. Damn. 13? No, sorry, 12.
Yeah, does it roll to resist that, or what's the shove again? I
Yeah, it's
forgot.
the same. It's the same as
Just same as a
you
grapple?
choose athletics or acrobatics. Yeah.
All right. Gets Bane on that too, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
Ability checks. Yeah.
Not gonna matter. It saves.
Dang
What do
it.
you roll? I'm gonna try it again.
All right, rolling again.
21.
All right. Not gonna matter in the inverted direction. Doesn't need to roll Bane because it's already rolled lower than you.
Let's go. I'm gonna knock it prone.
All right. Yeah, you
Grappled,
sweep
So his feet.
sweep the feet out from under it, and it goes down hard. It's it clearly weighs quite a lot.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's prone. Should have 0 movement. That'll be my turn.
Very well. That'll bring us back to your retinue, who have been told to pivot, so they will. So we're going to just have everybody group up around that one. Sunshine will come in and heal Sir Joseph. And then we're just gonna roll a bunch to attack this guy.
Beat him up. Beat him up. Beat him up.
All right, does have pretty high AC, so some of them do miss. And so it's going to be a total. That's this one, right? Okay, perfect. It's going to be a total of 16 across the board.
Damn.
Which will bring us back to Ruva.
So, Tibbs, when you said we were gonna attack this one, did you mean Me too.
Hit the fucking thing, yeah. You're like wrestling with it right now.
Ruva's gonna I guess drop the bow, grab the daggers, and move forward to hit the thing.
Very
Just
well.
try.
Go for it. You'll get sneak attack on it because it is very much surrounded, and you have advantage to hit it. So
Oh, I have advantage?
it's
Nice.
prone.
Cool. Sorry.
All right. That's gonna be a nat 20, 27. So you hit it with your third eye dagger.
Mm-hmm. Did that work? That's weird. I clicked the thing, but it didn't.
Could be laggy.
Oh, well, I've clicked it thrice, so.
It'll pop up sometime.
I'm gonna do the other dagger in the meantime.
Yeah, roll the other hit, I guess. Still advantage.
Whoops, I'm supposed to do advantage on that one too.
Yeah, the second one hits too.
Why is this not? Why does that work, but the crit doesn't? Why?
I'm presuming you don't want to use sneak attack on the other dagger. This is to roll your second
No.
dagger, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're
this is the second dagger, yeah.
doing? Okay. So I'm presuming you're not using sneak attack there.
Well, no, I didn't. I used it on the. first one.
It auto does it. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So that'll be less damage. But it's not rolling the first one. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not. That's
Huh.
so annoying.
That's very strange. Have you
I think you're
refreshed
able
your?
to try.
I'll refresh.
I can pull open your page if you want and try to roll it manually myself. See if that works.
Can't you just
Can't you
click
just
it?
click the? Hold on. Did it work that time? Why is it not working?
Very strange.
This is so strange. The other one worked.
Because I don't see it in the log either, which is also weird. Sometimes it just doesn't send, but
Okay, yeah, you do it if you can.
oh yeah. Third eye dagger damage roll, right?
Yep.
With crit damage, roll it. Alright, well it's in the log now. You can see that, right?
What log?
The D&D Beyond log. I don't have your character sheets open on the actual stream one. I just have them open on my laptop, so it should be in the D&D Beyond log.
Oh, it was
Next.
there before, right?
Because it wasn't pulling any of those damage rolls, just your hit rolls. So that was why I was saying it's weird. Like I couldn't even. It didn't seem like you were even doing it to me, but you obviously were. But when I rolled it, I can see a damage roll for your third eye dagger for myself, but not any of yours.
What?
That's why I wanted to try it myself.
That's
just-
so weird.
It just won't display it in D&D Beyond because I don't have Roll20 open on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
But it should be in D&D Beyond itself, not Roll20.
Okay, I'm looking at D&D Beyond.
Because yeah, if it ever doesn't show up in Roll20, then just look in the D&D Beyond log. But
And then do the 2-hit thing? No.
yeah, it's a to
Oh,
hit
okay.
roll.
Damage.
It's a
third
damage roll right at the
okay,
bottom
10.
there, sorry.
Okay, yep.
The only thing it won't take into account is your sneak attack. That's all.
Okay, so it's 10 plus whatever crit. Or. Oh,
we
wait,
can
no.
we can just use that sneak attack damage from the other thing.
Okay.
We'll just use that
Yeah.
one. Don't bother rolling it again. We'll just use that level.
Yep.
So
Sorry.
that's a 22 total then, on that hit.
Cool.
Well, sneak attack gets crit too. So you'd have to roll another 3d6.
Oh, because it was on the first one. A 3d6.
Yeah, because it's double dice.
Oh, it's just an 11 again.
All right. Yeah, not really sure why that's not working. Oh, well.
That's so weird.
I'll pull it open after the stream's over, and I'll mess around with it when I actually have the extension up. I'll see if
Okay.
I can make sure, see if it's doing the same thing for me. If not, it might just be a weird thing that's happening tonight. Hard to say. All right. Damage taken. Anything else, Ruba?
No, because I used everything. Oh wait, they're prone, so they can't do opportunity attacks, right?
They can still opportunity attack. They
It's
just have
just
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind then. I'm done.
very well. Then that skips us right past the dead one to Gale's turn.
Cool. Well, let me see. Let me see. Where the Hexblade's curse go? Oh yeah, I get 3 health because that one died. Cool. Neat. And then it's gone. I'll just go to boop, 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 this guy because I don't pay attention. He's still prone.
Sorry, this one? This one was never prone. The one on
Oh.
over here is prone. This one is not.
What's the arrow for?
Bane.
Bane.
Oh, that makes more sense. Swing, swing.
It's gonna be a double miss.
Yikes. That's all for me, dog.
That's always
That's
brutal when
awful.
it happens. All right. That'll bring us back to this American guard, who is quite surrounded. Huh.
Hope he doesn't have an AoE attack.
The way he said, quite surrounded, huh? Makes me feel like he might.
It's just gonna split some attacks. We'll go one against Gale, and then one against Connell. Why not? So that's gonna be hit on Gale and hit on Connell. I don't think Bane's gonna matter. What's your AC again, Gale? 17? 17. D&D Beyond tells me 17, so I believe it.
Yeah, because the shield plus 3 AC, yeah.
Alright, then yeah, I will roll Bane on you. I forgot you were a little higher. It doesn't matter. Still hits you.
Bro, I just healed. Fuck.
So that's going to be on Gale. That's going to be 9 slashing on Gale and 11 slashing on Connell. That'll end its turn, which will bring us to Kaj's turn.
This one on the floor. I'm gonna Sacred Flame, and I'm gonna have City shoot some fire at it.
All right. It's not really
Save
moving
for
anywhere.
doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't succeed that.
And 15 from him.
City attacks it.
Yeah.
It's immune.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it again. And that'll end my turn.
I'm trying.
All right. This one's just gonna stand up.
Hello.
I like to think that's exactly what you said. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kaj. This is City.
And then it's going to. It's just gonna multi-attack, I guess. Split them, Kaz and Ruva.
Dang it.
Kaz first.
Stop it.
Bane roll. Still hits.
Dang it.
Ruva, it's not gonna matter. Still hits.
No.
That's going to be. Oh, just 7 against Ruva. And 10 on Kosh.
Take it.
Alrighty. Taken.
Oh no, I gotta do a con save.
Mhm.
Hmm.
To keep Bane up.
No, it's only 10.
Well, you just need a 10, so it means beats. So
Oh,
you keep it up.
Really? Haha, it's a 10. Cool.
Yeah, so you just barely managed to maintain your concentration, and the creatures remain baned. And that'll end his turn and bring us right to Tibbs.
I am going to swing twice with advantage, right?
Well, it's not prone anymore.
Oh, it's not?
It stood up.
It has 0 movement.
Oh, you were like still grappling it. I see.
Yeah.
I assumed because you knocked it prone that you had to let go to knock it onto the ground.
Oh, no.
You went down with. Oh yeah, you said you were struggling with it on the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole-
What
I
a
missed,
weirdo.
I missed that part. So I apologize for that.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Um.
The whole idea was just, make it have 0 movement speed, knock it prone. Everyone else has advantage. I just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I'll leave
Got
it
full Nelson down
prone.
there.
I'll leave it prone as a balance, but I can't undo the damage we've already done. I won't go all the way back on that, but
that's fine.
oops. But I'll leave it prone for you, so you'll have advantage.
First attack is 18 to hit.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
That is 14 damage. Second one is a 23 to hit.
Also hits.
And that'll be 7 damage.
All right. So yeah, as you kind of tackle it to the ground there and are keeping it pinned down, you draw your blade and just kind of stab it straight down into it.
Fucking dog. That'll be my turn.
That's actually going to kill it.
Oh,
Ooh. Neat.
And as you kind of sink your blade down into its chest, you see that kind of through the gaps that you're making in its breastplate, you can see that glowing flame down in its chest. And almost as soon as you sort of see that flame in the gap, it just immediately erupts.
fuck.
So
Crap. No. No. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be hilarious if they could make like metal spikes come out of their entire body?
Ah!
But
deck saves
Not
from
this
everybody
way.
here.
Retro. Ooh, 16 actually.
City, where'd your
hey,
sheep?
16 for me too.
That's for City.
All right. That was 16, 16, and 20, and then City with a 13.
Mhm.
All right. Then everybody saves but City.
No.
So that's going to be that's going to be 7 for everybody who saved. So you 3, 7, and then 14 for City
Oof.
as
Is
the
it fire?
creature. It is fire.
Okay, City doesn't care then. But I do care, and I am down.
Down
Yeah,
What?
from 7?
that was exactly what I needed.
Oh, do you have fucking 8 con? What?
I got 14, but he hit me like 6 times.
It did.
You
It did
did?
come in and focus on him.
Yeah,
Oh,
it hit me a lot.
it did. Whoops.
I'll tell everybody. Watch out! It blows up when it dies.
That's your reaction to seeing Kosh go down?
Yeah. What am I gonna do? It's not my turn.
Runica also saved. I just did hers after you guys. All right. So that'll bring us back around to the group.
Oh, I got hit, so I have to do a con save.
Right. Yeah, you took damage.
No, I lost Bane.
All right. The last one loses its bane.
Just in time for it to probably do stuff.
So we are rolling around to your retinue phase. So Tibbs, you did yell out to everybody. Do you want them all to actually back up? Because it can't A up all of them.
Anybody with range back
Like-
up?
You guys can all decide this. I'm just saying. Just since Tibbs just yelled, but you guys can all strategize this.
I think as many people as possible should try to get out.
I will say Sunshine already has a plan, so she'll just go do that.
That guy dropped a crossbow somebody could use. That's another melee that could get out.
Kaz, you heal for 8.
Oh, thank you.
So you're lying on the ground, but you are awake now.
I had a great dream about fire, but it hurts so much.
Yeah, he kind of blew up.
Connell is going to move back first to provoke an AOP so that the rest of them can retreat safely.
What a guy.
What a Chad.
So he's going to take... he's going to take another 6 damage as it slashes at him. And then Nina can retreat. And this guy can retreat, but the other 2 are going to stay put. So I'm just going to roll general group attack Connell doesn't have a ranged option, but he just wanted to take the damage for his group, so he won't participate in this.
Can move back in, attack, and
Yeah,
move
he
back out.
could, but he's probably stinging from the hit.
Yeah, he is pretty badly wounded.
Uh-oh.
So they're just going to do a total of 11 between the group, and then we'll move right over to Ruva's turn.
Ruva, seeing that Kaj has sunrise at his side, will just move there, grab the bow, and the east of us still up, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And then just shoot at the thing.
Girl,
The thing that isn't an American guard. Oh, they miss. Wait, why did I just do? Does it say third eye? What?
yeah. Something's going on with your character sheet, huh?
What is happening? I'm gonna refresh my character sheet for a
Yeah,
second.
maybe for the best. Very strange.
Okay, bow.
I've genuinely never seen that issue before.
What just happened? Like, what is happening? Oh, but it was a +7 both times. So if you want,
Yeah, it doesn't
you can
matter,
go with the
but
14.
we'll use the second one. I don't mind,
Okay.
since it's labeled with your worm side bow.
19 and then 21.
All right.
And then they're just gonna walk over to Taj and like put a hand out as if to help him up, but can't help him up. Just for flavor.
Very well. That'll bring us to Gale's turn.
We fucked shit up, baby. Boop 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 boop. Swing swing.
First one misses, second one hits.
Oh no, 5 damage.
You deal 5 damage to it, and since this is a new creature and also a fiend, would you like to take its poison or its fire immunity?
Fire!
All right. You see the fire in its eyes and mouth fade away as you steal its fire immunity.
Cool. That's my turn.
That'll bring us to the Merrigan Guard, who, surrounded by a wealth of targets, has no reason to step towards the other ones, so it's just going to split attack. It's going to do one on you, Gale, one on Riley. Misses you, Gale. And hits Riley. 4, 13 slashing. That'll be the end of its turn, which brings us to Kaj.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. I'm gonna grab Ruva's hand and stand up. And then throw some more fire at that one. But. And City's gonna do the same.
All right. So you hit. Sooty doesn't, but it doesn't really matter because your hit is enough. And so once more, you
no.
toss fire across, and it hits the chest of the American Guard. And again, it ignores the fire as it's sailing through the air. It doesn't even try to dodge it, but it slams into its chest, and once more, now no longer immune to fire. With that fire inside its eyes and mouth having faded, the armor begins to melt from the fire damage, and this creature collapses as well to the ground. But because it does not have that fire immunity, it's lost the fire inside of it. It can't explode.
Thank the Lord.
Just like how this one didn't explode. And so that one drops to the ground as well, and the cavern is silent with only the heavy breathing of everyone exhausted from the effort remaining.
Thanks, Sonny.
Of course, don't mention it. I am
That one headed out for me.
was what I was tasked to do after all.
Well, what's the plan now?
We keep going.
In?
Hmm?
Are we going in?
Well,
In?
we have to go get Pavlova to take a look first.
We need to clear
Right.
this place.
Yeah, we have another room still.
We have 2 rooms.
2.
We went about clearing this in the worst way possible. Are we just keeping all of these people here where there's an open gate?
Rubas has slinked off into the darkness to go check some stuff.
Good communicating.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go see if there's more stuff to kill. We'll be back.
That
They're
sounds
gonna
like a
should push us or
terrible
something.
idea.
They're gonna scout.
I'm gonna follow because none of you can take a hit.
Kelly, you remaining in this room here?
Oh.
Because everybody else did leave.
Fine, I guess we'll leave.
All right. So Sunrise is kind of helping people over to the side where they can kind of sit up against the wall, and she's gonna kind of patch up some wounds. Connell's pretty badly wounded, and Runica and Riley and Joseph and them all have a couple injuries themselves. So she's gonna spend the time patching them up. But Runica doesn't really go in and sit down for healing. She's gonna just watch the portal.
Hey, Kale. Riva's gonna pluck a piece of shrapnel out of her cloak and be like, "Think this is what you were looking for?" And like flick it at him.
I don't know. I
Okay.
lick
What are
it.
you looking for?
Infernal iron.
Infernal Steel.
Infernal iron. They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
I don't know. Is this a thing?
You take a look at the chunk of metal that you've been handed. It certainly doesn't look very remarkable to you.
And toss it behind me. Fuck no.
Okay. That would be too easy.
But you all make your way back into the sort of bunkhouse cavern and past some of the burned up furniture and past some of those gurgling flesh creatures to make your way down the last path, the one that you hadn't quite explored on your first trip through. And so you all travel along a little tunnel, which eventually opens up into another cavern. Not quite as big as the bunkhouse, but a cave nonetheless. So give me a moment. And so you all make your way into a more open cavern here that seems to be lined with bookshelves, some of which are burning from these unholy flames. You can see a couple tables kind of placed against some of the cavern walls, and as you make your way around some of the bookshelves, you can see more of those fleshy creatures gurgling and groaning. They appear to be kind of focused on something just kind of beyond them on the far side of the cavern. So what do you do?
Uh-oh.
Do
Uh-oh.
we s-
Okay.
Do we sleep?
Rufus, there's a book here, right?
You can see some sort of book lying open on one of the desks.
Rufus gonna go grab the book.
All right. Yeah, so you make your way over, kind of weaving your way in between some of the larger flames. Again, you can just kind of feel heat pouring off of them, almost stinging the skin as you make your way past. And as you kind of make your way over to this desk here, you can see what these creatures are trying to do. As you get closer to the desk, you can see that there's these two little kind of wood woven cages sitting on either side of it, and you squint to look a little closer, and you can see that there's a bunch of rabbits inside each of the cages, clearly dead now. And the flesh-like creatures are sort of trying to pull apart the cages to get at them and not succeeding. But
Yeah,
you make your way over.
Yeah. She's just gonna grab the book and go.
Yeah, you just snatch the book off the top of the desk.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, then you snatch the book off the top of the desk.
Okay. She's gonna start like quick flipping through to see if it's anything that can help with the gate.
What is
All right.
this?
Yeah, so Kaj, you're just kind of, as Ruva's over there going to snatch the book, you take a look at the table here, and you can see as you examine it, what appears to be a dissection. There's kind of a small sharp knife lying on the table, and a corpse of a rabbit that's been sort of very delicately and precisely cut open. You can see that some of the organs have been removed and placed to the side. It's not like some sort of haphazard sort of hack job. It is a very precise dissection.
Okay. Can I tell if anything's like missing that's supposed to be here? Like if they were going into it for something specific?
From the rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Nice.
With the 23, there's nothing missing. The organs have been removed and then neatly lined up alongside of it, but everything's accounted for.
Weird.
What's weird?
Well, they cut open this little rabbit, but everything's here.
Uh-huh. What's weird?
Well, if you're gonna dissect it like this, you'd want to like use something from it, right? Like you were worried about damaging something.
Well, is there something that's in it?
Well, if you were gonna take it apart like this, I'm just assuming they would want to get something from it, but we kind of just did this for research, fun.
Ruva's gonna poke the body and see if there's anything interesting inside it.
Yeah, you kind of prod open the chest cavity that's been opened up there, and doesn't appear to be anything added, just sort of, well, a cavity where the organs have been removed.
Pretty good work. Was there anything in the book?
You flip through it, and the first thing that sticks out to you is that it's not written by the same hand as the other journals you've been reading.
Hmm.
And as you kind of flip through it, you see these notes on, they appear to be guiding notes. They're almost like lesson plans, Ruva. They're sort of extensive teachings rather than personal research.
Hmm. Yeah, she's gonna keep reading it and kind of walk out.
Very well. Does anybody else want to look at anything in here? Gail?
No, he's just kind of looking in the fire, getting lost, and then he steps out of it.
Very well.
Ruva's gonna bump into Tibbs because she's reading.
You got a problem?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of something here.
Oh. So you all make your way back across the bunkhouse cavern, past the fleshy creatures, and I presume back towards the chamber where you left your companions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Very well. Then you rejoin the others back in this room. You haven't been gone for very long, so Sunrise is still patching up the wounds of the others.
I'm gonna watch the door. I'll close it when everyone's in, and
I'm
can't
gonna go
really
help her
bar
with
it. But
help her with the wounds.
Yeah, she's kind of halfway done. She's patched some people up already, but still a little bit more that needs looking at.
I guess if some of us want to go clear out that other room Kosh was talking about, while one of us goes and gets Finn and Pavi and stuff.
That we're avoiding there.
Are we? We're just gonna leave it like that?
Yeah,
Well,
that was.
according to you, yeah.
Yeah. He said we shouldn't
I-
fight them because we all dragged stuff from outside.
Well, true, but I mean, in order to fully clear this place out, you know what? It's fine.
I'll go get
Some of the
'em.
stuff out there were those weird slimy things that don't seem to care that we're here.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
Some of those things out there were those weird slimy things that don't seem to care that we're here.
Okay.
But there
What
are some
were
other things
these
too.
other things?
Flying ones or that have wings, stuff like that.
Hmm.
They didn't look as scary as the ones you saw in here, but
Were there a lot of them, or what?
not that many if I count out the slimy ones.
I'm just afraid those slimy ones are gonna, like, meld into something like big and nasty.
Yeah, but what if we get to the gate and then by the time we come back, they're just ooze?
Yeah.
Why would they be just ooze?
From when we get back?
No, like our friends are ooze.
Yeah, like they dissipate because the portal's closed.
I don't think
Oh.
that's how that works. I think everything that came out has to be vanquished.
Yeah, but they just came back when you killed it. So like, Good vanquishing, I guess.
I didn't kill it.
That's my point. You didn't kill it. It went down, but you didn't kill it.
It didn't go down. It hid. It was a defensive position, I thought. It doesn't matter. All this.
While they're arguing, Tibbs has left to go get.
Yeah,
Finn
you went
and-
back to go get Finn and Pavi.
Yep.
All right, yeah, you return and you can climb the rope again and back up the ladder, and then you gather them and bring them back with you. You kind of get some odd glances at those fleshy creatures as you travel with them through that bunkhouse chamber, and Pavlova just kind of, what are those things?
Hell if I know. I know they don't seem hostile yet, so that's good.
I suppose that's good. You see her kind
Hopefully.
of scribble a couple things down in her notes, and then she quickly hurries to catch up with you. And before too long, you've returned with the others.
Oh, there you guys are. Wait, where's Reg?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about him. I didn't remember what his
Forgot
Did.
about Reg.
He's dead.
areas. Areas.
Plot twist. Pav killed him.
Yeah,
No,
Pavlova
Finn.
was the final boss the whole time.
That's the gate, Pavi.
She follows you over to it, and she sort of walks up the stairs, keeping a decent distance away from it, but still a gleam of curiosity in her eyes. I see. Well, she opens her notebook to kind of flip back through. You can see her sifting through the pages looking for something. And then she settles on a page and goes, well, it's not quite like anything from my notes, but it shouldn't be too hard with Miss Runica here. Well, it will be complex. She'll need to hold it open the whole time to keep it stable. You see her cross-reference something off of her notes. And then she kind of walks sort of a distance around it. And you see her examine kind of like the outer ring of little sigils that have been drawn as she just sort of paces the distance around it. And then she returns back and says, if she doesn't stabilize it when you pass through, then there might be some awful effects to you all. She flips another page, and then you see her trace it with her finger. They call it flesh warping. You see Runica nod. I've heard of that before. Infernal energy, warping the flesh, corrupting it. It's not something you want to experience. Indeed. So if the portal is not stable when you pass through it, well, there's a chance that you could be flesh warped, and also, well, there's a chance that you just might not get to the destination at all. You could be split up and scattered through the infernal circles, or you could just not get there entirely. So it really is important that the portal remains stable, for our kind, at least. I don't imagine the fiends have this trouble with it.
So we just hope it works, I guess. We don't have a backup plan.
I suppose we aren't left with very many options.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Unless we had a backup person. But only Kosh could be that, so I don't know. Let's go, I guess.
Alright, well. Nothing like the present. Jumps toward.
Yeah, well,
Wonder
well
if it's-
hold on.
I think
Finlane
it's
says,
just a
how are you all getting back?
Think that's your answer?
Just dead silence.
When the gate is closed, someone check on Wyla. If we can't.
Pavlova is like furiously flipping through her notes. Well, I was going to mention something about closing the portal once you are through. I do think that's important before you just... She's kind of like worriedly looking at Gale. Before you just do anything rash. Especially because Runicus not even stabilized the portal yet, so you absolutely shouldn't enter right now.
Okay.
He was on one leg and he just puts his foot down.
Yeah, like as you're getting close to that, it looks like just basically magma, Gale. And you can feel it like just like pulling at the edges of your very being as you walk toward it. And then you take a step back. And the feeling subsides.
Alright, well, let's fucking go. I want to do this.
I'm gonna start drinking.
Yes, but there's just one last thing. Well, you see, I did mention before that you would have to kill the creature that helped open it on the other side, whatever fiend that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright.
But that in itself just allows the gate to be closed, not closes it itself.
And how do you close it?
Well, there's a ritual that must be done on the other side. And then
Okay.
she kind of trails off and goes, but, well, I can teach you it, but really only one person needs to do it.
Why do you
Okay.
sound so sullen about it? You sound depressed. Why do you sound depressed?
Well, that means that one person remains behind.
Oh, that's why you're depressed. Alright,
That's
Samwise.
okay. That's okay. We'll deal with that when that comes. Besides, some of us have lived longer lives than others. So
Isn't that right, Samwise?
Samwise isn't here. He's in Eudora.
Oh, shit. I would have been in time to bring Samwise.
Yeah, he would have loved that.
As you guys are kind of talking about that, Pavlova's like furiously writing down notes. She's writing up like directions on how to, she assumes based on this one, how it might be closed on the other side.
Does it need any certain magic or something? Because that might be a little hard for me.
Well, it's a little hard to say. I suppose I'd have to see the other side to really know, but I don't think it would require necessarily a magic user, just someone to perform the rites.
Oh, okay, then that's good.
Teach me it.
I mean, teach me it though.
She's writing
guess-
it. She's writing it down in her book, and then she's gonna tear out the pages and hand them to you.
Why do I have so many masochists in the group? Jesus.
What? No, we have to teach everyone just in case.
Yeah,
We
should all
she
know it.
she doesn't feel right teaching a single person by request, so she's just writing it down, and she's just gonna give the group the directions. So she finishes writing her hasty notes, and then she tears those pages from her journal and just holds them out in front of her. This is the best I can do.
Mm-hmm.
How advanced are the notes for the ritual?
You kind of scan through them as you look, each of you, and it is a bit in depth, and she's drawn little diagrams and everything, but she has very thoroughly detailed it. So if you think you can do it, you probably can.
If there's any big words or anything, I'll lean over to Finn and be like, "Hey, what does this mean?"
Yeah, he just kind of like mumbles in like kind of leans a little closer so that you can just talk privately. He just mumbles, "Not really sure."
Okay.
Alright.
This sounds good. I mean, not good, but at least we know what we're doing.
Thank you, Pav.
She nods.
We'll see if we can't find a way to get everybody back.
Alright, can I jump in now? You ready, sister?
Yeah, Runica kind of like kneels to place her hands against the outer edges of the circle here, and she kind of glances over to Pavlova and goes, "Like this." And Pavlova nods and goes, "Yes, exactly how I told you just the other night." And you see Runica kind of begin to channel something. You can see her hands begin to glow with a white light, and the glow kind of starts at her hands and then spreads across the outer circle of the ritual here, and it spreads all the way through the carvings and just highlights that outer ring in just sort of a pure white. And then you see Pavlova kind of dance around the portal again a couple more times. Can you give it any more, Runica? And then you see Runica kind of scrunch up. You can see a bit of like sweat beading on her forehead, and then the two outer circles are now consumed with light. And as that happens, you see that like churning, bubbling magma in the center just go like completely still, like still water.
That's your job, sister.
Thank you, Runica.
Runica doesn't even look at you. She is just like, her eyes are scrunched up. She's focusing. You can see her just kind of like sweating down her face.
Alright, gotta go fast.
No time like the present.
Bye.
Stay safe, everyone. We'll be back.
And so, as you step in towards the circle, you can all kind of feel that same feeling that Gale had, where you step towards it and it begins to kind of pull at you, not at your body, but just at sort of every part of you. You can feel it sort of tearing at your mind too, and at your soul. And as the first of you steps through and stands sort of on that still spot in the center, the entire cavern is just consumed with a bright light, and the others you follow quickly after. And each of you are almost the feeling in your head is just like you're being completely ripped apart and reassembled. You feel sort of every part of your body, mind, and soul screaming out as every part of you is disassembled and reassembled as you travel through the portal. And so as you are completely torn asunder, can everybody but Gale make a Constitution save for me?
Fuck.
Get fucked.
Gale,
Oh.
Gale, your coteries defend you, and you do not have to make this save.
Hella convenient, love it.
All right, Tibber and Zeru make D100s.
Oh god.
Mm.
Grow an extra arm, buddy.
Oh man, we suck.
All right.
I used up my 95 earlier. Damn it.
So, as each of you enter the portal and are torn completely apart and reassembled, you eventually feel yourselves become whole again. And as the light around you, that unholy, infernal energy fades, you feel yourself sort of emerge forward, almost thrown, tossed forward out through the Hellgate on the other side. And as soon as you step through, you are completely consumed with this burning heat. It feels as if you just walked into the center of a volcano. Your skin just from standing here. So you wanted to come, it's this one, right?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Your skin just from standing here feels like it's blistering and burning. And as you are thrown out of the portal and look around, you can see that you stand on melted, malformed stone, surrounded by bubbling, boiling magma. As the smell of rust pervades the air for all of you, you look across at the twisted, spiked stone and see a sort of bridge leading at what you assume may be north. But your attention is very quickly gathered by creatures off to your left. And before you've even had a chance to just stand and pull yourselves to your feet, you can see creatures standing in wait, standing guard on the other side, who just immediately attack.
Well, shit.
Okay.
I will say though, the two of you who failed your save and rolled D100s,
Uh-oh.
what was a 19 and a 16? All right, that's a long list.
Don't hurt me.
Tibber,
Yep.
you have grown a tail.
Fuck yeah.
It's
What?
pointed, it's pointed, spiked, and whip-like.
Fuck yeah.
Are you kidding me? There was a tail option?
Zeru, you look down at your hands, and your fingers have turned into talons.
Oh, lucky.
Oh.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Y'all are cool as shit.
Yeah, man, I'm okay with this.
But the flesh around them, kind of leading up to your fingers, is not that sort of pale alabaster white that it always is. It's kind of tinged red in a gradient towards the talons.
He's gonna kind of shake his hands and see if they go away.
Yeah, you try to shift your form, it doesn't go away.
Oh,
Guys, I have a tail.
a tail?
What? Oh, let me see.
Yeah, as you guys are saying that, these creatures have begun to strike, so this is going to be an initiative roll. We'll end here for today because we're at 250 right now, and another combat encounter would take like an hour, so we will have to end here. But we'll do the initiative roll right now, just so that we can have.
Dude, this is
It's
like
saved
the
for
greatest
next time.
limb you could ever get as a marshal.
I want it so badly because then I could be a dragonborn and have an actual tail that works
What do you mean?
instead of one that just looks like a tail. So unfair.
All right. I'll take note of your initiative rolls, and then we'll save those for next time. All right. So, we've entered hell. But we will have to end right here for today. Fortunately, that's going to be the cliffhanger. And we'll pick up again next time. So, off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week?
Nope.
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 All right. Then we will pick up again next week, same time, same place. So, 7 p.m. Eastern next week, next Monday, we'll return and we will begin our descent into Agramoth.
Exciting.
Yay.
Niagara
Yeah, it might-
Borderland.
I might look a little different next week.
You say as you turned into a person we've never seen.
Motherfucker has never seen the sun, let alone a lava pool.
Pretty ironic that you're in the lava. You
I don't know. They
Fucking
look pretty
pale as
talented.
Oh, that
All
was
right,
amazing.
that's all, folks. That's
That's
the end of the stream.
So good.
All right, so we will wrap up here, and we'll return again next week. That's all I have for you guys tonight. So, take care, everybody. Thank you all for watching. It's always a good time. Thank you for players for playing, and I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to next week.
Yeah, thank you for DMing as always.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So thank you, everybody. Take care. I'll stream probably Wednesday, and it'll probably be our finale for Armored Core. We're so close to the end that we'll be able to beat it. Beat New Game Plus Plus, the true ending, in one stream. So we'll do that next stream. Should be interesting. Definitely going to beat the final boss first try.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all I have for you tonight. So I will send you all to Sparkle Ryuichi or Kat Planet Shine, who was from our Dreamwalker campaign, friend of the channel. Go and watch her play some Dragon Quest. She's a big Dragon Quest fan. She's always playing Dragon Quest. So go watch that. Go say hello. Go be nice and take care. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you guys next time.
Good night.
Good night.